is a natural energy that flows through the universe. It's in all things and in all people. Chi is responsible for your vitality and your well-being. Now, there are three kinds of Chi categorized in Taoist thought. There is Heaven Chi, Earth Chi, and Human Chi, or Man Chi. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't Dog Chi and Cat Chi, but they were focused on humans when they were doing their studies, so that's what it's called. Now, we use more of the Human Chi for our living processes. Within the martial arts, we learn to develop an ability to guide the flow of Chi in our body, to strengthen our body, and improve the power of our hits. That is not to say that one day you're going to see somebody fighting someone else and they're going to yell really loud and their hair is going to start flapping in the wind as they power up and they're going to launch balls of energy at each other. It doesn't work that way. Chi is a subtle energy. It's not something that can be seen or measured by any instrumentation or technology that we have. On the contrary, Chi is something that can only be measured by the observer, by the person. It is possible to develop a keen sensitivity that you can then detect Chi not only in yourself, but in the world around you. Having the ability to perceive Chi actually grants you the ability to see areas in your own body where you might be lacking in energy. According to traditional Chinese medicine, an imbalance of energy, whether it's too strong or too weak, can lead to the possibility of disease. That's why it's important to balance out the energy flow in your body so that you can maintain better health and possibly increase your longevity. It's good to practice, but you don't want to burn yourself out from practicing too hard. As a prerequisite, you need to know how to feel Chi, guide Chi, and also how to increase and decrease it in different areas. You have to be sensitive to the different qualities of Chi. Sometimes it might feel warm, it might feel cold, it might feel like a gray thunderstorm. It might feel like a nice sunny day, bright and airy. It might feel sickly and pale. Again, these are all perceptions that you pick up when you observe Chi, because it's something that you don't observe physically, but instead it's something you observe with that non-physical part of yourself. The human body has multiple channels to guide the Chi. The major ones that we focus on are the ones that go up the spine and down the front, the governing vessel and the conception vessel. These are the major ones that then branch out and power the other channels in the body. If you can learn to feel the Chi flowing through these regions, if you can learn to guide energy through these regions, you're well on your way to mastering a higher level of Chi practice. Chi is stored in the body in different areas. It's stored in the tendons and the organs, it's in the skin, in the blood, it's stored everywhere. Granted, the function of some organs affect Chi flow, and wherever Chi goes, the blood goes. In the human body, there is an area below the navel called the Dantian. This is the place where we store our excess energy. A little higher up in the middle Dantian region, also known as the solar plexus, this is where we move the Chi around. We begin our first exercise focusing on our breath. As you sit in a quiet spot, you pay attention to the sounds of your breathing. As you breathe in, and as you breathe out. Forget everything else. Just pay attention to the cycle. If a stray thought comes into your mind, you can acknowledge, hey, there's a thought, but just as immediately as you acknowledge it, let go, because you're busy watching your breath go in and out, in and out. After observing your breath for a few minutes, now it's time to increase the depth of your breathing and slow down its pace. So it'll sound like but you become your breath. That is the important thing. You just observe the breath so intently that you start to lose yourself in the rhythm and cycle of in, out, yin, yang, yin, yang. Once you can do this for about 5 to 8 minutes, where you're so lost in the breathing that time just flies by and you don't have any stray thoughts that put you thinking about last night's dinner or whatnot, you're ready to move on to the next exercise, which again will involve breathing. You will inhale deeply as normal, and then you will count with each breath. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Eventually, you would just be counting in your mind. You could potentially count 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and so on if it helps you to avoid stray thoughts. You want to get to the point where you can count from 1 to 10 without any stray thoughts, and from there you're going to switch it over to just counting 1, 1, 1 over and over again, no other thoughts. You're just going to forego that temptation to go 1, 2, 3. It's in there. It's just going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 for however many ones, how many seconds it takes. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Eventually, when enough time has gone by, you'll stop when it feels like it's been 10, 15, 20 ones. Don't count, just let it happen. This is where you start to develop that focus of single thought, one thought. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Eventually, we would use this to guide Chi in a special way. Third exercise involves sitting and watching so that you get to a point where you blank out completely. You're no longer looking at a rhythm that is constant. You're looking at something that's a little bit more random. So you can look at a puddle when it's raining and just watch the droplets hitting the puddle and get lost in that, just observing. Or you can look at a flame as it flickers and get lost in that. Or finally, you can get out when it's snowing or at the window and watch the flakes fall down and just get lost in the quietness of that flakes falling, which at first might be random, but it looks so beautiful and uniform as you get lost in it. This last exercise teaches you to just observe without judging, without thinking, to just be in the moment. Again, very important skill when you're practicing Chi training. Once you have mastered them, you should be able to activate them at any point, or while you're listening to music, switch off and just focus on the breathing and ignore everything else. What you want to be able to do is just focus on what's crucial, avoid what's not crucial, and when you do focus, bring it into a nice, strong focus where that's all you see. This will better equip you for Chi training.